Okay. What a great day, and I love the diehards here. These are the folks who really care about manufacturing competitiveness as much as I do. Today has been an extraordinary day, and I want to thank all of you for making today's second annual American Energy and Manufacturing Competitiveness Summit a great success. I want to thank all of our speakers, but from Jason Miller to Chad Holliday to Sam Allen, Jeff Fettig, Congressman Fleischman, the whole crew for being contributing to our discussion today and for continuing to be such great champions for energy and manufacturing competitiveness here in the United States. I especially want to thank Jay Rogers and Oak Ridge and Cincinnati Inc. and the students and the veterans at lunch today. You guys completely inspired me in a way that I haven't been inspired. I'm inspired every day, but I've not been inspired in that way, and I think we all felt the same way. I want to thank you for your inspiration, the students and Jay and Local Motors and Oak Ridge. I want to thank Secretary Moniz for his continued strong support for our partnership and the Clean Energy Manufacturing Initiative. And I also want to thank, once again, Deborah, Wince-Smith, and the Council for all the hard work that went into today and for their outstanding partnership. Again, the department could not imagine a better partner than the Council, which is clearly evidenced by the launch of our next partnership with them, Accelerate Energy Productivity 2030, which we're excited to launch today with Secretary Moniz. And finally, I'm sure Deborah will recognize her team, but I do want to recognize and thank the whole DOE Clean Energy Manufacturing Initiative team that really stepped up today for this event. Director Libby Wayman, in addition to Mark Johnson, Chris Smith, Andreas Marcotti, Eli Levine, Brian Walker, Jill Litwin, Amber Passamore, and Ben Gaddy, who all put a ton of time and effort into today's summit. Let's give them a big round of applause. So today we took another important step forward as a community. We need to continue leaning in and pulling together to explore more ways in which the private sector and the public sector can continue to work together to strengthen our nation's manufacturing base. Throughout the day, we've learned about exciting ongoing and new efforts blossoming all across the country to increase U.S. competitiveness and leverage America's many strengths to drive economic growth in the years and the decades to come. America is indeed making a manufacturing comeback, and our country stands at the beginning of a decades-long advanced manufacturing and clean energy revolution worth trillions of dollars. We now need to double down on investments in public-private partnerships to assert American leadership in the growing clean energy manufacturing economy and to commit to continue to take bold collaborative action to leverage this unique era of American natural gas and energy abundance into an era of American energy productivity to lock in our competitive advantage for decades to come. What today's summit reinforced in my mind, as it did last year, is that the Department of Energy can help to set the stage for change, but all of you in the audience today are the ones that have the real capacity, the real know-how, the real American entrepreneurial spirit to shape our future. Let us take the momentum from this summit to usher in a whole new year full of opportunities in clean energy manufacturing and advanced manufacturing. This is really just the beginning of an exciting year ahead of us. The President's Advanced Manufacturing Partnership 2.0 is going to be releasing its recommendations for major new efforts on advanced manufacturing for the President's agenda. We will be announcing the winners of the Advanced Composites NNMI competition in short order. We will be looking, Congress willing, to launch 1 to 2 new competitions for new NNMIs in the months to come, and we'll have opportunities for you all to engage and help us figure out those topics. We're going to be pushing hard on advanced materials genome, smart manufacturing in the months to come and over the year to come. We're looking to double down on our engagement with states and governors to help them plan how to pull together to make their region competitive globally. And we're going to work together to invent new models for how we're going to bring technologies from innovation all the way to the market. So I look forward to working with all of you to put the United States in a position to compete and win more than its fair share of the trillions of dollars of economic growth and the millions of jobs that are up for grabs as we move rapidly towards a global clean energy economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave, and let me just echo your remarks about how wonderful our partnership's been. It has been an absolute joy and a pleasure for the entire council team to work with you personally, as well as your outstanding colleagues, Libby Wayman and Andreas Marcotti and many others. And I know how much work went into what we did today together, and just having so many leaders from around the country, as well as our fantastic speakers today, I think really underscores not only how important our task and work is, but how much progress we've made and how much optimism I think we can all go home with tonight as we move out over the year here in Washington, around our great country. And of course, I have to thank with tremendous gratitude the great team at the Council on Competitiveness, led by Chad Evans for this initiative, Clara Smith, Zach Schaefer, Michael Anthony, Mike Vandersloot, Lisa Hanna, our Chief of Staff, Bill Bates, who I hope many of you also had a chance to meet. We all work together as a team with our colleagues in DOE to make this happen. And, you know, I had the opportunity, both greeting our speakers and also being in the room, to hear so many of the discussions today. And I have to say, we all go to a lot of conferences, Dave, but I think this was one of the best. I was so proud of the panel of the CTOs, because if you don't go home being excited and stimulated about the future and the opportunities, then, you know, I think you need to think about a little stay at a spa to be rejuvenated with the love of life, because boy, did we hear it today. And as I mentioned in the last panel, you know, speed and momentum, we think of manufacturing as surging and sustainable, but it's also this spiral of opportunity. And I want to close on a very optimistic note, because I am very optimistic. And seeing the car today and the story of John Rogers being a Marine and everything was just so inspirational to me. But, you know, what keeps me up at night and what worries me? What worries me is our country going to ensure and take advantage of this tremendous opportunity in energy and manufacturing and all the innovation in healthcare to really ensure that the next generation has the standard of living that we've all been so blessed with, and that we have jobs for America. And the jobs are going to come from our entrepreneurial economy. One thing we got to work on, Dave, next year, and I think Jason Miller, our partner in the White House, we've got to do a better job on some of these financing models to make sure that we can take the innovations that are there and scale them and scope them into really export industries that will create meaningful jobs for Americans. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, that closes our conference, but the last thing I'll throw out is that, so I started the MIT Energy Club when I was a student, and the informal motto was building the MIT energy community one beer at a time. So we'd like to invite you all to join us. If you haven't had enough conversation about energy and manufacturing, which I know I haven't, I still want to keep going. We'd like to invite you over for drinks at Aria, located conveniently in the plaza above the convention center upstairs from here. So thank you so much, and looking forward to working with you going forward.
And we have to invite both teams up for our group photo. We're students too.
Thank you, everyone.